Illuvium is going through growing pains, but I wanna be careful with my words because I love the game so much. It's just rough right now. Yeah, I'm in the same spot. I love the project, the game, the team, the community. But I understand if people are anxious and don't feel so good right now because we're going through a rough time. I have strong beliefs though that we're going up. I think there is big patches incoming. Next season is gonna be great. I think there's really good. I think we're almost at the lowest point right now. I'm not talking about the token price, mostly about the game state itself. And I don't say that just to be hopeful. I do believe that. So I am still very hopeful. But right now it's a bit tough, I agree. It just feels like, you know, that boat with some holes in it and you try to fix one hole and then there's two other holes popping off. But I think we're getting ahead of the curve soon, and soon we're gonna have fixed most of the big holes in the boat. Also, the market being extremely in a back condition right now doesn't help, right? It's the cherry on top, it feels like. Fuel cost is down, so they nerf drop rates. Well, we cannot just anytime the fuel prices move, we cannot just adjust drop rates. I don't think that makes sense. We have to find a sweet spot and stick to it. We need a bit of consistency. I think that is also what makes people anxious, because every patch or every change, like the whole ecosystem gets thrown around all the time with every news, every patch. It's a very volatile space now that we're in. Did 3 stage 3 runs? I haven't seen any stage 3 Illuvials yet. Yeah, also in my last 3 stage 3 runs, I didn't see any stage 3s, plus not any stage and not any tier 5s. That meh. This was over here, would be really good, but nope. Almost. You got a phosphorus in stage 3, god damn. Efetiro stats 270%. Nice. That's sick. Where is the 30% missing? If it's missing in movement speed, you got a perfect stat. Only up from here, yeah. I think we're hitting rock bottom, and we're still all here, even though we're rock bottom. I don't know. I think we're good. They're working behind the scenes. They're all working full time, every day, all day, man. And they're all very talented people, right? Illuvium has made a habit of hiring senior staff with a lot of experience and just like very talented people. So even like we had those posts where they trashed the Warwick brothers for having not experience in the game development industry. Hey, Kieran has a lot wit and a lot of experience in hiring people because he hired absolute talent. I think they have almost lost no employees. Everybody, most of the people working there are really happy. A vast majority. And yeah, it's just experts. Like almost all the people that have something to do with game development in Illuvium, they all have worked on AAA games before. We have hired people from Blizzard, EA, and so on, right? So our staff is extremely, almost overqualified for a startup. And they are working non-stop, and we're getting there. Like, I have no doubt about that. All we needed was a fuel floor. Yeah. Are there downsides to having a floor price of fuel? I agree, because we have a top rail, right? So why not have a bottom rail then too? Either remove the top rail or remove the bottom rail. or bring a bottom rail, I guess. But I'm not the best person to ask about this. As to say, the market always a reason to go down. We're in a mini bear market, so many crypto projects are low. So naturally, people are flooding. Exactly. Not my first bear market. Well, it is. But we... like, this bear market has been going on for long, huh? It has been going on for like 2 years or something, it feels like. We had like a little... We had one big uptick, I guess, where Bitcoin was recovering, but if you look at the whole... With like a mini bull run in between, but mostly it's bearish since years. In the new year, there will be new gains. NFA. Always NFA. Yeah, I mean, I am, and a lot of other people are still hopeful that with the USA elections, market will go up. But yeah, here we're going into a territory where I'm not the best to give my advice. We can talk about it from a fun perspective, and you guys can educate me on market and stuff like this. But yeah, it's not really my milieu. All I know is research the project. I know Illuvium in and out. I trust in the project. I put all my bag into Illuvium and I let it sit for years. That's it. And I think this is, and DCA, right? Holocaust average. Those are like the fundamentals that I think are very future-proof. Remember that they said a lot of time ago that the fuel would only drop to 25%? Up or down? Yeah, having a fixed rail would... Like, having fixed rails that are not too far apart, top and bottom rail, would kind of stabilize the economy, I feel like. Because right now, every change, like, it's constantly, everything is constantly shifting. It's really hard for me to find. Like, every time I think, like, oh, I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna use my fuel to hunt illuvials, and maybe next week it was the wrong move, or it was the right move. Like, I know, right now, for example, it would have been the right move for the last, if they changed back the drop rates, it would have been the best move to just hunt illuvials constantly. Hunt for stage 3 illuvials, tier 5 illuvials. When the drop rates were higher, but now they're lower again. I don't know, man. And that's where I get to the point where I just don't want to worry about it anymore and just play the game. Whatever happens, happens. If I don't make the money perfect move every time, who cares? As long as I'm having fun and I'm owning my own assets and I don't overinvest what I cannot afford to lose, should be good in the long run. All let us reset at launch, easy win. Yeah, I hate that. It grinds my gears so much that we didn't reset the leaderboards. Because implementing leaderboards, easy, right? It's not a big deal. And it would have helped so much, I think. My only explanation is that they didn't want people to push them into arena and stuff, and they really wanted everybody to focus on overworld. And Gauntlet wasn't really ready for ranked in the first week, I guess. But it wouldn't have... If it didn't help, it wouldn't have hurt it. I think it would have still been a good idea. But now you cannot tell me that you still want to push people to play overworld. Like, you're just gonna alienate your audience. Like, we're way overdue for a functioning ranked PvP system. And it's coming with Season 3. So, hey, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm done worrying about what we could have done better, because obviously we could have done a lot better. You can always do a lot better. I'm stoked for the near future where we get PvP focused stuff. Latest with Season 3. They rushed launch? In my opinion, yes, they did. But after the delayed launch the last time and everybody flipped out, they were like, okay, we cannot delay it again. We just have to push it now. We cannot wait for a perfect product. We just have to go now. And then over the next half year, 1 year, we're going to make the product perfect in open beta. I think the community is mostly at fault for that, for not being more lenient with them pushing dates back, even though that's very normal in game development. They almost burned them at the stake the first time they pushed back the launch, so this time they couldn't push it back again. I think they would have liked to wait 1-2 months longer. Like, seeing where we are right now with development and give it 1 more month. If we release then, sure, it would have been better, but I think trying to wait for the game to be perfect, market conditions to be perfect, and whatsoever, it's not a good move anyway. Just send it. We had 500,000 revenue first month. We're doing really, we have a lot of active users. We're doing really good considering the Web3 space. Like, compared to other Web3 games, we're doing really good, and it's only gonna get better. Like, this is the worst state Illuvium is ever gonna be in. It's gonna be better next week, the week after, and the week after. So yeah, I think it is what it is. Let's not worry too much about woulda, coulda, shoulda, and just be glad that we got a beast of a team behind Illuvium who's gonna make the game better and better and better. And of course, maybe there's a little bit of copium in there, but also I want to keep my mental health, right? So I talked about this earlier, but I don't want to worry about worst possibilities until they happen. I want to assume the best possibilities, so I stay happy until it happens, and then when it happens, I can still worry and deal with it if it's a bad outcome. I don't have to try to deal with possible worst case scenarios right now. You know what I mean? For my mental health, personally, I always try to assume perfect case scenarios, and then if it's bad case scenarios, then I deal with them when they happen. And I didn't look at the stats. Still gonna give it a tier 3. We're gonna let Hilde decide. Hilde knows it better. Yeah, I'm done venting. Yeah, always feel free to vent. I don't want to disencourage people for speaking their mind. I just want to, you know, give some perspective in my own opinion, I guess. Gonna make a good YouTube clip. It's good content. And we're all in the same boat, right? So it's good to talk about it. Definitely would never I want to have something like toxic positivity, but I think we have a good balance. I think we have a good balance on the channel and in the community. Maybe not in the community as a whole, but in Phantom, on Illuvination, I think we have a good balance of being critical, but also still being hopeful and not being like not just getting depressed. This is one of my favorite things to do. It's levitating on the ball.